How to make an outline with your friendly SDVS English teacher. What is an outline? Good question. An outline is a map or plan for your essay. Creating an outline involves breaking down your main ideas and organizing them on paper. You can map your entire essay to make sure each paragraph relates back to your overall message, otherwise known as the thesis. Making an outline makes writing your essay easier. What does an outline look like? Another good question. Here's a visual. This is a basic outline for essay writing. You can see that by organizing your thoughts before you start writing, your essay will stay focused on the main point. So, how do I make one? Well, first we need to break down the prompt. I'm sure you've heard your teacher say this before, but let's talk about what that actually means. How to break down a prompt. 1. Read the entire question. 2. Locate the task. 3. Identify the type of essay you're being asked to write. And 4. Rewrite the question into words that make sense to you. Let's look at an example together. In the instructions, you will usually see something that looks like this. Okay. This tells you that while you are reading, you need to pay attention to 3 things. How and where the author uses evidence to support the main points, the development of ideas in the text, and the stylistic approaches the author uses in his or her writing. Either underline the keywords or write a note in the margin in your own words that describes what you're looking for as you read. Next, you will see something that looks like this. The highlighted words tell us what we need to do. We are writing an analytical essay, an essay that pulls key information from a written passage in order to prove an idea that we have developed, about a text in which we explain to our reader how the author of the passage builds their argument. We can start making an outline. How can I make an outline now? Do I even have enough information? Yes, you do. You know what kind of essay you are writing, and you have 3 key elements to help focus your reading. The prompt has basically given you an outline. You just need to write it down. Step 1, identify. Identify the task. This task asks us to write an analytical essay that explains to our reader how the author of the passage builds their argument. You'll have to look at 3 key elements to address. 1, how and where the author uses evidence to support the main points. 2, the development of ideas in the text. And 3, the stylistic approaches the author uses in his or her writing. Step 2, organize. You'll want to have an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. In the introduction, the first thing you need is background information. This is what the reader needs to know to successfully identify and form an opinion of your thesis. For this particular essay, you'll give a brief summary of the article and introduce 3 key elements that you will be explaining in your body paragraphs. Then comes your thesis. This is the claim of your paper. Your reader should be able to agree or disagree with this based on the evidence and main points you provide in the body paragraphs of your essay. For this particular essay, you will explain to your reader whether or not the author of the passage was effective in persuading their audience based on the techniques you've identified. In the body paragraphs, you'll include your 3 main points: how and where the author uses the evidence to support the main points, the development of ideas in the text, and the stylistic approaches the author uses in his or her writing. In the conclusion, you'll sum up your main points and restate your thesis. End your essay and leave no guesswork for your reader. Step 3 involves annotation. Now that you have a basic structure for your essay, read and annotate the passage. You will want to read the passage more than once to get all the information you need to fill in the details of your outline. While you are reading, you should be underlining key details and evidence. Write your own thoughts on the margins of the page to help you develop your thesis. A helpful hint: the more details you include in your outline, the easier it is to write your paper. Step 4, the details. After you've read the passage a million times, taken all of your notes, and developed your thoughts, it's time to start writing details onto your outline. It should look like this when you're finished. You can see that this person is including specific details that they will write in the essay. When your outline is finished, you should be able to verbally explain and defend your thesis with each main point. You should have all of the examples planned and explained with brief summaries. Your outline does not need to include complete sentences, but it does need to include key details, examples, and analysis. Now, write your essay.